Welcome to the art of Stoicism. As 2023 comes to a close, we stand at the threshold of a new year, a perfect moment for reflection and growth. Now is the time to ask yourself, what habits can I adopt today to become the best version of myself tomorrow? In this video, we're diving into the powerful wisdom of the ancient Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca and Epictetus, who faced immense challenges and emerged stronger by living with purpose and clarity. Inspired by their timeless teachings, I'll be sharing 10 Stoic habits that will guide you into 2024 with resilience, focus, and inner peace, whether it's mastering anxiety, building meaningful routines, or handling life's unexpected hurdles. These Stoic habits are simple yet profound steps you can start today. They're designed to help you clear your mind, take control of your emotions, and live with purpose. So, grab a notebook and let's dive in. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools you need to make 2024 your most powerful and intentional year yet. 2. Context and background. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that originated around 300 BCE, is far from being just a subject for philosophers or history books. It was developed by people like Zeno of Citium and refined by great thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, who used it to tackle real-life challenges. Everything from ruling an empire to dealing with personal loss. What makes Stoicism so powerful, even today, is its focus on practical wisdom. The core teaching of Stoicism is simple: focus on what you can control and let go of what you cannot. This idea remains incredibly relevant, especially as we navigate the complexities of modern life. Constant notifications, social media comparisons, work stress, and the pressures of everyday living. Think about it. In a world that seems to demand your attention every second of the day, wouldn't it be empowering to have a philosophy that teaches you to manage your inner world, no matter the chaos outside? Marcus Aurelius, as a Roman emperor, applied Stoic principles to manage an entire empire while dealing with wars, betrayal, and personal loss. Seneca, a statesman and playwright, used Stoicism to master his emotions and manage the pressures of public life. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with distractions and anxieties that pull us away from what truly matters. By applying Stoic habits to your life, you'll be able to navigate these challenges with calm, resilience, and purpose. You don't have to be a philosopher or an emperor to benefit from these teachings. Stoicism is for everyone. As we move forward into 2024, let's see how we can take these ancient principles and make them work in our daily lives. 3. Practical application. Now that we understand the foundation of Stoicism and why it's so relevant in today's fast-paced world, let's dive into 10 practical habits inspired by the Stoics that you can start incorporating into your life today. These habits are designed to help you build mental resilience, emotional stability, and a clearer sense of purpose as we move into 2024. Remember, Stoicism isn't just about reading ancient texts. It's about applying this wisdom to real-life situations, like managing stress, dealing with difficult people, and staying focused on your goals. Each habit we'll explore is rooted in Stoic philosophy and is meant to help you develop the tools to handle whatever life throws at you. We'll break down each habit one by one. As we go through them, think about how these habits can fit into your daily routine. Grab a notebook, take some notes, and let's see how these practices can transform your life. Start small. Let's begin with a fundamental principle that the Stoics understood well: the power of starting small. Too often, we get overwhelmed by the idea of transforming our lives or making drastic changes all at once. But the truth is, real and lasting progress comes from small, consistent actions, tiny steps that accumulate over time. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, once said, "Well-being is realized by small steps, but it is no small thing." This idea reminds us that even though the steps we take might seem small in the moment, they contribute to something much larger, a better version of ourselves. So, how can we apply this today? Let's say you want to develop a habit of reading more. Instead of setting a daunting goal of reading an entire book in a week, Start with just 1 page a day. Or if you want to build mindfulness, begin with just 5 minutes of meditation each morning. These actions might seem insignificant at first, but over time, they build momentum. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, echoes this sentiment when he says, "Small habits don't add up. They compound, just like how compound interest works in finance." Small, consistent efforts in self-improvement lead to exponential results in the long term. So, as you move into 2024, remember to start small. Focus on the immediate, achievable actions right in front of you, whether it's a few minutes of journaling or a brief moment of reflection. These small habits will lay the foundation for significant change over time. Like the Stoics, remind yourself that every great transformation starts with a single step. Stop letting anxiety rule you. Now let's talk about something we all deal with: anxiety. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, faced immense challenges, but even he recognized the true source of anxiety. He once wrote, "Today I escaped anxiety, or rather, I discarded it because it was within me." What does that mean? It means that anxiety doesn't come from the external world. It comes from within. It's our perception, our thoughts about a situation, that create the feeling of anxiety. The Stoics understood that while we can't control the events around us, we can control how we react to them. Anxiety often comes from worrying about things that are out of our control. By practicing mindfulness, we can train ourselves to focus on the present moment. Detaching from those worries and gaining clarity, start by asking yourself, is this fear or worry based on something real? Or is it just a projection of what could happen? Most of the time, we'll find that it's our fear of the unknown, not the actual event, that's fueling our anxiety. One practical Stoic tool for dealing with anxiety is to regularly remind yourself of what's within your control and what isn't. Focus on what you can change, your actions, your thoughts, your responses, and let go of the rest when you feel anxiety rising. Take a step back and breathe. Practice mindful detachment. By acknowledging that anxiety is simply a thought, something created in your mind, you can begin to release its grip on you. As Marcus Aurelius teaches us, the power to discard anxiety lies within us. Create a routine. Now let's move to the third habit: create a routine. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, famously said, "Life without design is erratic." He understood the importance of structure, not only for productivity, but for mental clarity and peace. A structured day leads to success because it allows you to focus your energy on what matters most, rather than wasting time on distractions. Start by identifying your most productive hours, those moments when you feel most energized and focused. For some, that might be early in the morning. For others, it could be late in the evening. The key is to create a routine that is personal and fits your natural rhythm. Design your routine around your goals. Maybe you start the day with a moment of mindfulness or reflection to center yourself. Then, dedicate your most focused hours to deep work, whether that's creating, writing, or tackling big projects. As Seneca emphasized, without a design, our days are scattered, and we end up reacting to life instead of living with intention. But remember, it's not just about work. A Stoic routine also includes time for rest, reflection, and activities that nourish your mind and body. Reading, exercising, and spending time with loved ones are all essential parts of a balanced routine. The more consistent you are, the more grounded and productive your days will become. So, take some time today to think about how you can bring more structure into your life. What routines can you establish to make 2024 your most focused and intentional year yet? Give yourself the order to stop. Next up, we have give yourself the order to stop. This habit is all about asserting control over your impulses, whether it's scrolling endlessly through social media, overindulging in unhealthy foods, or simply getting stuck in habits that no longer serve your higher purpose. In Stoicism, taking charge of your mind and actions is essential. Epictetus, a former slave who became a renowned Stoic philosopher, said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This speaks directly to the idea of self-discipline. When we fail to control our impulses, we give away our power. But by being firm with ourselves and saying, "Stop," we reclaim that power. For example, let's say you catch yourself wasting hours on social media. In that moment, practice mindful awareness and recognize that this isn't serving you. Then, take control. Firmly tell yourself to stop. This isn't about restriction or deprivation, but about choosing what aligns with your values and long-term goals. By giving yourself the command to stop when you need to, you take back control over your decisions and create space for more meaningful activities. Whether it's breaking a bad habit or simply reclaiming your time, this simple but powerful Stoic principle will help you stay focused and intentional as you move forward in 2024. Free up precious resources. Our next habit is all about reclaiming your most valuable asset, time. In today's world, it's incredibly easy to waste precious hours on activities that don't add much value. Whether it's endlessly scrolling through your phone or watching the latest news cycle that leaves you drained, the Stoics were very clear on this. Your time is limited, so don't squander it on trivial pursuits. Epictetus said, "If you wish to improve, be content to appear clueless or stupid about some things." This means being selective about where you invest your attention and energy. Think about the hours spent on social media, news, or other distractions. What if you could free up that time and use it to pursue something truly meaningful, like a personal project, learning a new skill, or deepening your relationships? This habit encourages you to set boundaries with your time. Just as you would with people, start by tracking how much time you spend on non-essential activities each day. Then, consciously reduce the time spent on these distractions. You'll be surprised at how much you can reclaim and redirect toward meaningful pursuits as we enter 2024. Make it a point to guard your time fiercely, because in the end, how you spend your hours is how you live your life. Take control of this precious resource and use it to pursue your highest goals. Do something difficult. Let's talk about doing something difficult. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, believed in regularly challenging oneself to build mental and physical resilience. He would often plunge into cold water, not because it was comfortable, but because it was a way to remind himself that he could handle discomfort and remain in control in our modern world. Most of us live in comfort, and while that sounds ideal, it actually weakens our resilience over time. Seneca's lesson is simple. By introducing small, controlled discomforts into our daily lives, we strengthen our ability to face the larger challenges that inevitably come our way. Start with something small, a cold shower in the morning, skipping your usual cup of coffee, or speaking up in a meeting where you'd normally stay silent. These acts may seem minor, but over time, they train your mind and body to handle bigger discomforts with grace. The Stoics understood that life is unpredictable, and building resilience in small ways prepares you to face larger trials with confidence. By embracing discomfort daily, you'll find yourself becoming stronger, more adaptable, and less affected by life's unexpected hardships. Associate with people who make you better. Seneca wisely said, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you." And that's exactly what this next Stoic habit is about, surrounding yourself with people who inspire and uplift you. Just like the food we consume affects our body, the people we spend the most time with deeply influence our mind, attitudes, and actions. Take a moment to reflect. Who are the people in your circle? Are they pushing you to grow, challenging your ideas, and encouraging you to become a better version of yourself? Or are they draining your energy, keeping you stuck, or feeding into negative patterns? Building a strong network of positive, growth-minded individuals is crucial for your personal development. The Stoics understood that we are shaped by the company we keep. By surrounding yourself with people who inspire you, support your goals, and embody the values you admire, you elevate your own mindset and behavior. Remember, your environment has a powerful impact on your growth. Seek out those who motivate you to be your best self, and don't hesitate to distance yourself from those who bring negativity into your life. In doing so, you'll create a space where you can thrive and continuously improve. Stop fearing change. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The universe is change, Our life is what our thoughts make it. This Stoic wisdom reminds us that change is an inevitable part of life. Yet, how often do we find ourselves resisting it, clinging to the familiar because it feels safer? The truth is, resisting change only causes more suffering. While embracing it opens up new possibilities for growth. Think about how much of our anxiety and stress comes from resisting change, whether it's a shift in our job, relationships, or even in ourselves. When we fight against the flow of life, we expend unnecessary energy. But when we accept change, we can redirect that energy toward adapting and thriving. Stoicism teaches us to welcome change as a constant companion. Instead of fearing what's uncertain, reframe it as an opportunity. Every change, no matter how uncomfortable, carries the potential for learning and improvement. It's not about controlling what happens. It's about controlling how you respond to it. So the next time you face an unexpected challenge or a change in your life, remember that it's not something to fear. It's an invitation to grow. Embrace it with a mindset of curiosity, and you'll find that the change you once feared becomes a stepping stone toward becoming a stronger, wiser version of yourself. Say no to the inessential in a world full of distractions. One of the most powerful words you can say is no. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and other Stoics emphasize the importance of focusing on what truly matters in life. Every time you say no to something that doesn't align with your values, you're saying yes to the things that do. This is what makes your time, energy, and attention so precious. Think about how often we say yes out of obligation, guilt, or fear of missing out. But when we overcommit to things that don't move us closer to our goals, we're actually taking time away from what really matters: our growth, our purpose, and our peace of mind. Learning to say no isn't about shutting people out or avoiding responsibility. It's about setting boundaries and creating space for what truly matters. When we stop chasing every opportunity, every distraction, and every unnecessary task, we create room for deeper focus, better decisions, and a more fulfilling life. Next time you're faced with a decision, ask yourself, does this serve my higher purpose? If it doesn't, give yourself permission to say no. By doing so, you're protecting your energy and directing it toward the goals and people that are most important to you. Come back to rhythm. Life is full of ups and downs, and the Stoics understood that perfection is not the goal, progress is. One of the most important habits to develop is the ability to forgive yourself when you fall off track and come back to your rhythm. Whether you missed a workout, got distracted, or let a bad habit slip back in, it's crucial to not let that derail your progress entirely. Marcus Aurelius, in his writings, reminds us that what matters most is not that we stumble, but that we get back up and return to our path. Perfection is an illusion, and progress comes from consistency, not flawlessness. So, when life gets in the way, and it will, don't be too hard on yourself. Acknowledge the setback, forgive yourself, and come back to your routine. Whether it's getting back to journaling, meditating, or simply returning to a positive mindset, know that every time you return to your rhythm, you are strengthening your resilience and your ability to grow. Remember, each new day is a chance to realign with your goals. Progress, not perfection, is the true key to growth. So embrace the imperfections of the journey and keep moving forward. 4. Interactive section. Now, let's pause for a moment of reflection. Out of the 10 Stoic habits we've just explored, which one resonates most with where you are right now? Maybe it's the idea of freeing up your time, embracing discomfort, or returning to your rhythm after a setback. Take a moment, pause the video, and think about one habit you're ready to start practicing tomorrow. Write it down. It could be something as simple as saying no to a distraction or waking up 10 minutes earlier to meditate. Remember, the journey to greatness begins with small, consistent actions. Once you've reflected, come back and share your thoughts in the comments below. What's one small step you'll commit to today that will help you create a stronger, more resilient 2024? Let's encourage each other and learn from each other's experiences. Growth begins with just one action, and I'm excited to hear about the habits you're choosing to cultivate. 5. case study/real-life example, let's dive into the life of Marcus Aurelius, one of history's most influential Stoic philosophers, who faced tremendous challenges yet found solace in Stoicism. Marcus was not just a philosopher, he was the Roman emperor, leading a vast empire during a time of great political unrest, wars, and personal hardships, including the death of many of his children. His life was filled with responsibilities and struggles that would overwhelm even the strongest of leaders. Yet, through it all, Marcus Aurelius remained calm, composed, and resilient, thanks to the Stoic principles he lived by. One of his most powerful practices was daily journaling, which he wrote as personal reflections in his now famous work, Meditations. These journals were never intended to be published, but today, they are considered a masterpiece of Stoic thought. So, how did this practice help him manage the overwhelming stress of leadership? Marcus used journaling as a tool for self-reflection and personal accountability. Each day, he would reflect on his actions, thoughts, and emotions, constantly reminding himself of the Stoic virtues: courage, justice, wisdom, and self-discipline. He practiced what we now know as cognitive reframing, shifting his perspective to focus on what he could control, while letting go of what was outside his control. For example, in Meditations, Marcus often reminded himself of the transient nature of life, writing things like, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This reflection on the impermanence of life helped him detach from the stress of external events and instead focus on how he responded to them. His ability to face immense challenges with grace is a testament to the power of Stoic philosophy. The lesson for us today is clear. Journaling can be a powerful tool to help us reflect on our day, manage our emotions, and set our intentions for tomorrow. Like Marcus, we face daily challenges, whether it's stress at work, difficult relationships, or personal loss. But by writing down our thoughts and applying Stoic principles to our reflections, we can gain clarity and emotional resilience. So, I encourage you to take a page out of Marcus Aurelius's book, literally. Start journaling tonight. At the end of each day, take a few moments to reflect on how you responded to challenges. Did you focus on what you could control? Or were you caught up in things beyond your influence? What Stoic virtues did you embody today? And where could you improve tomorrow? Journaling isn't just about recording events. It's about analyzing your reactions and learning from them. It's about recognizing patterns, understanding your triggers, and finding ways to respond with more wisdom and composure. Over time, this practice helps you cultivate a stronger mindset, just as it did for Marcus Aurelius. 6. Summary and takeaways. As we wrap up, let's quickly recap the 10 Stoic habits we've discussed today. Each one of these principles offers a practical path toward a more resilient and intentional life. Especially as we move into 2024, start small. Big changes come from consistent, small actions. Begin with something manageable, reading a page a day, exercising for 5 minutes, or even meditating briefly. It's the small steps that lead to transformation over time. Stop letting anxiety control you. Anxiety originates within. Marcus Aurelius taught us that we have power over our mind, not outside events. Practice mindfulness and control your reactions to minimize anxiety's grip. Build a routine. Structure leads to productivity and peace. Like Seneca said, life without a design is erratic. Find your most productive hours and plan your routine around them to maximize your effectiveness. Give yourself the order to stop bad habits, whether it's excessive screen time or unhealthy habits. Take control. Make a conscious decision to stop habits that no longer serve your goals. Reclaim your time. Time is your most valuable resource. Free it up by eliminating distractions like endless scrolling or unnecessary tasks. And use that time to focus on meaningful activities. Do something difficult. Build resilience by stepping out of your comfort zone, whether it's cold showers or learning something new. Challenging yourself regularly will strengthen your willpower. Surround yourself with people who make you better. As Seneca said, associate with those who will make a better man of you. The company you keep shapes who you become. So choose people who inspire you to grow, embrace change instead of fearing it. Change is inevitable. Marcus Aurelius reminded us that the universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Rather than resist, see change as an opportunity for growth. Say no to the inessential. Learn to focus on what truly matters. Every time you say no to something that doesn't align with your goals, you're saying yes to what really counts. Come back to your rhythm. No one is perfect, and it's normal to falter. What matters is your ability to bounce back. Forgive yourself and return to your rhythm, focusing on progress, not perfection. Each of these habits is designed to be practical, helping you cultivate a resilient mindset that can handle life's challenges. Whether it's reclaiming your time, starting small, or embracing change, you now have the tools to approach 2024 with more intention and clarity. As you go into tomorrow, pick just one habit to start with. Maybe it's setting a simple routine or challenging yourself with something uncomfortable. Over time, these small steps will compound, leading to major shifts in how you live your life. If you found value in these Stoic habits, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to The Art of Stoicism for more wisdom like this. Together, we can grow stronger and smarter by applying these timeless principles to modern life. Share this video with a friend who's ready to build a better 2024. And let's support each other on this journey toward personal growth. Also, leave a comment below. Which Stoic habit will you start with tomorrow? Let's discuss, learn from one another, and build a community where we can thrive together. Remember, transformation begins with a single step, and we're here to take those steps with you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.